I thought our team competed very hard tonight, and did a lot of good things. And you know, until you have to start fouling, and you got a great chance of holding them in the 50s. Uh, we had some bad possessions in the first half, and then 3 or 4 possessions in the second half where we tried to squeeze some passes at times. But for the most part, I thought we played a lot better, ran better offense, had better shot selection, and the ball didn't go in. You know, there's nights like that when you play this game that you look up and you think, well, how well did we play, or how poorly did we play? And I didn't think we played bad at all, and competed really hard. But we just had some shots that, you know, I think we can make that didn't go in tonight. And then had a couple possessions where we tried to squeeze some passes. We have a good look 3. I don't know how much time left with 3 minutes, 4 minutes to go. Maybe there was more than that, and to tie it, and you know, we don't make it. And it was a good find, and it was a good shot to take, and I could live with that. I can live with what we did. Thought we fought hard on the boards. They're a handful to keep off the boards. You look, you miss a couple putback situations, and second chance points. That's the difference in the ball game, and fast break points too. And I think some of those fast breaks came when we turned the ball over, got a little careless with the basketball. But I feel a lot better about our effort and the way we played this game than what we did at Texas Tech. And we just got to stay the course, and these kids got to stay together and keep grinding it out and continue to get better. And this is a team that is going to finish near the top, and if we make some shots, we have an opportunity to win the game. But pleased with our effort, pleased with our competitive spirit tonight.
Braxton, Viv, kind of what problems does Sutton cause when you're guarding her? She's so physical, and she has a very powerful game. What problems was she causing tonight?
It's hard to, when you have to figure out one person to, you know, I can help off of on this or that. You can't ever take her for granted in the slightest. So it's hard when you see, you know, ball screens and you need to guard Williams for the 3 and her good shot and attack and things like that. And, you know, you can't come off of her to help with the post rolling. So just like knowing where she is on the court is enough, and how she gets downhill and gets to the rim, things like that, causes a lot of problems, and she's a hard person to guard.
I think on the fast break, she caused a lot of problems. Yeah. She gets down the court really quickly, and she finds the open person, or she attacks it herself. So. And
Williams always makes sure to get down with her.
Mm-hmm.
Williams was getting open a lot in the second half off screens, and overall, how hard was it to get to her and try to defend her shots, because she was finding ways to get open there in that second half?
They just had a lot of screens for her, and I didn't think we did a horrible job on her. She made some tough shots, so some tough threes. She gets down the court really quickly again on fast breaks. So she spots up well. They set a lot of staggers for her. They have a lot of good plays for her.
And it's hard in fast break to make sure that everyone has Williams and Sutton, because they're both such threats, while also post sprinting back and transition. You know, it's really hard to make sure everybody's covered.
You know, we go into the night and say that Williams gets 10 points, I would have taken it. I mean, good players score points and make points, and she didn't go off and use 13 shots to get 10 points. So I thought for the most part we did a really nice job on her.
Seems like every time, like Tosh or Vivian or Braxton, when y'all hit a shot late, get some momentum going, they would hit one right in that next possession. How disheartening was that, I guess, that they would hit one right to take some of that momentum back?
I mean, it's tough, but you kind of just have to move on to the next play. Try to make a play after that and get one back or get a stop on defense. It's tough, but you kind of have to keep it moving and keep going. You can't dwell on it.
You held Texas did 25 points in the first half. What kind of fell off defensively there in the second?
You know, I would imagine that more of their offensive rebounds came in the second half, where they just keep coming at you and coming at you. And I thought Williams got heated up a little bit more, and Sutton played better. Holding them to 61 isn't a bad total. You know, you look at that, and we did a really good job defensively in the first half, but I think we missed some checkouts in the second half, and we had a couple possessions where we didn't handle the ball clean that led to points off of turnovers, and I thought they got most of those in the second half.
Coach, defensively, did you think Suge Sutton's length kind of bothered the point guard position for you tonight?
I mean, she's a really good player. She was very highly ranked out of high school, and she's a player that has played a lot since she got at Texas from the very beginning. You know, she played at an early age, and she's really experienced, and she's one of the better points in the conference. You know, and give her credit that she's a good player, and good players make plays, and she's strong defensively. She's strong getting downhill. She's got a nice intermediate game, so she's a good player.
Coach Ashton mentioned that she has those 4 posts that she likes to get in a rotation, and even when you get White into foul trouble, she still had Collier and the rest of them coming in there and getting boards. How hard is that to game plan in the post against a seemingly endless opponent there down there in the paint?
Well, depth is important, and especially to have depth at that position is really important. And you know, it's a luxury. I think Charlie Collier, you may know this, probably ranked top 3 or 4 players in the.
I think she was 2 right beside
maybe
Sedona.
maybe 2 committed to UConn and isn't starting for them. You know, that's a pretty good luxury to have the number 2 recruit in the country to be able to bring her off the bench. So that's kind of a testament to their depth and depth at the post position when you can do that.
Don't quote me on 2. I don't know if that's right. I know
She was pretty high.
Sedona.
She was pretty high.
She's somewhere in there.
Coach, I know Cassidy got in some foul trouble this game, but I know she looked like she came out playing with a lot of confidence. How much growth have you seen from her just in that area this season?
You know, to step up, and people hadn't been guarding our kids at the elbow right there, and I thought she had a couple nice takes on the drive there, and stepped up and hit some 15-footers. She's worked on her game, and you know what? We need to allow her to shoot that shot. If we're going to develop her as a young player, we got to allow her to cut it loose and shoot that shot. If we expect her to make it the rest of this year and for next year as well on that. So she's going to be a good player. She's going to be a good player, and you know what people don't always realize is when you lose a really good post player, you want that next one to come in and be as good. But I think if we look back on it, Kaylee Jensen was averaging about 4.8 as a freshman. So it takes some young kids some time to develop, and they're not going to be there overnight. But I think we see growth in her a lot, and her confidence gaining, and she's got to stay, and she knows it. She's got to stay on the floor for us and not get those 2 fouls and have to sit out the rest of the half. It's important that she plays good defense without fouling and stays on the floor, but she's going to be a nice player.
Anything else? Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.